Okay, so this really is a little bit of a deviation from some of the things about gadolinium, but it actually goes to the fact that I'm constantly trying to find hacks to build muscle and lose weight without actually trying hard. And what happens after you're poisoned with GAD is that the whole exercise thing becomes harder, but you really need to exercise because it really helps your mitochondria. So I'm going to show you guys a little hack that I've been doing it for 3 or 4 days. And I think it's made a real difference. But I bought one of these electric stim, and I'm going to show you. I'm just sitting here at the table. So one of these electric stimulator devices to start to tone my stomach muscles. And I did a lot of research on this, but the way you really need to proceed with these devices is that you need to actually contract your muscles while the device is sending that stimulation. So if you're able to contract while it's sending the stimulation, you're actually getting a double effect of the device so that it actually works faster. So I'm going to just take this off. I'm going to stop it for a second. It doesn't hurt, but if you guys know anything about, and I'm going to show you, so I'm not very proud of my stomach right now. I am about 10 pounds overweight in terms of what I was before I got poisoned, and I'm trying to really lose that 10 pounds, that pudge, but building muscle helps a lot. And when you can't get in the gym because you don't feel good and you can't lift weights anymore, this could be a way for people to still maintain their health while having, gadolinium in them. So I'm just going to, I don't need to gross you guys out, but I'm going to do this a before, and then I'm going to come back in about 3 or 4 days and do an after, because this is live. But I can show you, I can actually tell you guys, since I started doing this about 3 or 4 days ago, not consistently, I have seen a difference in how my clothes fit. So this is going to be a before for you guys, and then I will come back in 2 or 3 days and show you an after of using this device for about 15 minutes a day. And then I can do a side-by-side comparison. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm trying to get rid of right now, which is this little bulge. But you can see that the stomach muscles are tighter in here. I just need to get rid of this, but we'll see if the device will help with that instead of me constantly going to the gym. But I will bring that to you in a couple of days when I have some kind of final results. I mean, I'm looking for maybe a little bit of more definition. And, the more you build muscle, the better functioning your metabolism is. So the more muscle you have, the more fat that it actually burns. So what happened over the time period when I was really too sick to work out, I lost a lot of muscle mass. And that, slowly discouraged my metabolism. It got a lot slower. So I'm trying to use this as a little bit of a hack to bring things back together. The other thing that I'm doing in conjunction with this device is I'm starting to breathe in a way while I'm doing my walking that encourages a little bit of hyperventilation. So the way we actually lose weight is we breathe our fat out. And that's an actual chemical equation that you can Google and learn about actually how do people really lose weight. They actually breathe it out. So I was doing a little bit of testing with this method. It's actually a take on the Wim Hof method of breathing. And if you guys want to look up who Wim Hof is, he is called the Iceman, and he has created some techniques for himself, and he also does meditation. So when he goes ahead and he controls his body a certain way, so the oxygen is depleted in certain areas, and he's able to manipulate how his body works based on this. And it does also activate different pathways that we have in our bodies to engage our mitochondria even better. So I used to do the ice bath. That's a big thing of his, but I didn't really know about the breathing. And I started researching the breathing as when I was I knew about it, and then someone mentioned this to me, and then I was on the treadmill, and I said, okay, so I know this guy like tries to hyperventilate, and you hold your breath and you do 30 seconds of heavy breathing, like like this, and then you hold your breath. So I did a little test on what that really is doing while I was on the treadmill walking. And I had, basically it was giving me the readout of my heart rate. And so obviously the higher your heart rate goes, the more calories you burn and you're kind of working out. So instead of me like actually jogging, which I really am not good at, and, also when you're not feeling well, it's really hard to get that energy to do that. I then decided that, okay, I'm going to see what this does to my heart rate. So I started to do the hyperventilating breathing for 30 seconds and then hold my breath. And I could see that my heart rate was getting higher and higher, but I wasn't physically in my muscles doing any more work. But I was getting a better workout. So combining that technique with this device, I will come back and I'm going to weigh myself. I will come back in 2 or 3 days and look for this. I will come back in 2 or 3 days in the next video. I will show you if there's any difference in what is happening with my weight loss and with that little pudginess in my stomach. So I have a good 10 pounds to lose. And this is a direct relation to the GAD poisoning, slowing down my metabolism, slowing down my mitochondria, affecting my thyroid, and all those things. So these are 2 items that I'm going to try and see what kind of results I get. Like I said, I started trying this a couple days ago. I think that there's something to it. Everybody, has these little things that they do, but I think that, these are proven to work in other situations. No one's looking at combining them together. I haven't seen any literature on it, and I kind of like to combine things. So let's see how that goes. And if you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I'm trying to get more subscribers to the channel. I have lots of things to say, and I've learned a lot from my journey, and I'm hoping that I can help people with their health, overall energy, and everything else. So thank you so much. Have a great evening.